Hey everybody, this is Joshua. This next video is actually some older footage from right around the holidays that unfortunately I forgot about and never got back to finish the editing. I hope you like it. Hey everybody, it's Joshua. I wanted to go over some things that I got at a recent trip to the 2nd and Charles bookstore in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and do some unboxing of their mystery comic book boxes. Alright, so just yesterday, my family and I did kind of an adventure day, and we drove down to Fayetteville to hit a couple places. We had some errands. We needed to go to Hobby Lobby. We needed to go to Academy Sports. And there's a restaurant down there that's just fantastic. It is a franchise, but it's the Maple Street Biscuit Company. We went to one years ago in Chattanooga, and we're kind of like, what the crap? This place is awesome. And so then whenever we can find one, there's one in... one around Concord, North Carolina, north of Charlotte, and then there's one in Fayetteville. We don't live in either one of those places, but the Fayetteville one's the closest, so we went down there to get some awesome food. There's also a 2nd and Charles bookstore. 2nd and Charles is a franchise. They're connected to Books A Million, and similar to McKay's, which I just discussed in another video, they have a lot of used media. So they have used books, used movies, they have comic books, and they have other, fun stuff, collectibles. They do have, trading card games, all kind of stuff. So exactly the type of place that is right up my alley and is a lot of fun for my whole family to go rummaging through. I will say 2nd Charles, with their books, they have a lot more on the new book end of the spectrum. There are used books there. There are a lot of used books there. It's not as cheap as something like McKay's or maybe your local thrift store, but it is a good place to go get a deal. I will say I spent a significant amount of time sorting through their comic book bins. I didn't see anything nice up front in the case, and just hit the bins, and they are mostly organized. There's a Marvel section, a DC section, a huge indie section, and in those they're mostly Marvel and mostly DC, but they're kind of mixed up. So you really have to go through everything. They're semi-alphabetized. Sometimes you can find variant covers because it is a Books A Million, and Books A Million does variants, like exclusive variants from time to time. But I saw right when I got there that they had a buy 5, get 5 free on all their used comic books. All their used comic books. And they also had these boxes down under the table, which are just big comic book mystery boxes. This is 50 or more. We'll see. I don't know how many exactly are in there. 50 or more comic books for $25. So 50 cents a book. That was enticing enough that I asked the guy who was working the floor. I was like, so are these just the kind of the garbage books of the stuff that didn't sell? And he said, no. They had just gotten way too much inventory, and he said they decided to do this to clear it out. He grabbed a handful of employees that he said know nothing about comic books. He said, count them out, stick them in boxes, pack them up. He's like, there could be a $100 book in there. It could be whatever. We really don't know. And the people who packed it are not comic book people, so they don't know. They weren't sorting for anything. So I don't know if these things are bagged and boarded. I don't know if they're a pile of, Valiant junk, or if it's a pile of, Marvel great stuff that I'm like super excited for. I don't know. But I spent a little bit of my Christmas money, and I actually got 2 of these boxes. So we're gonna open these up. But first I'm gonna go through what I picked off the floor, and like it was kind of slim pickings for me. I didn't see a whole lot that I wanted, and I am trying to limit the amount of stuff I bring into the house so that I don't just have this constantly growing comic hoard, and keep myself limited off of the dollar bin type stuff. These were all $2 each. Yeah, ironically, these end up being $1. They're listed at either $2 or $1.95, and I was able to find 10. Put back 1 or 2 that were kind of on the board for me, and so then that puts me at 10 books for $10, which is a great price point. So first, I grabbed this whole little mini series of Sabretooth, which was cool. So that was 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm gonna set these over here. So that's definitely, for me, the artwork on the front was great. Love that super over-the-top die-cut cover. Grabbed a Web of Spider-Man 99. So it was the first appearance of Nightwatch in costume. Grabbed this Avengers 350, which is kind of, you know, one of those like oversized anniversary type books. It says the kind of introduction of Black Knight having a relationship with Cersei, whatever. But it was a neat book. This one was fun. So it's Black Knight, Curse of the Ebony Blade, #1 with the Peach Momoko variant. It was a really nice cover. It's good value to be able to grab that for $1. I recently picked up Black Knight #1 for like $3 at another sale. I think that's hopefully in another video. So kind of neat. We'll see how Black Knight develops out of the MCU. This is Generation X #40. This is the first appearance of a real Monet. I've been picking up, you know, #3s in dollar bins for a while, but then you find out that that's not the real character, so that's the true first appearance. Uncanny X-Men 428, first appearance of Azazel. And then this one's pretty cool. Uncanny X-Men 542, when Colossus makes the deal and becomes kind of the combo Colossus Juggernaut. That was a neat run. I read that on Marvel Unlimited years ago, so that was a fun book. So to pick up a pile of, you know, got some good key, minor key books in here, and then some really cool reading material and some great covers with Sabretooth. That was great. So I was happy with that grab. Let's put up a cool cover on here. Put up this Black Knight. I like that. But now let's open up some of these boxes. I have not opened any. Like I said, I bought 2. It's in a Books A Million box. You can see it says mystery box right here on the top. It's taped all over the place. I got my second one right here. We'll get to that one afterwards. Let's see what's in this. I hope it's not a bust, but either way, it was fun. I can feel them bouncing around in there, which I don't really enjoy. They're nice and easy. You know, wiggling and jostling when you move the box. All right. Ooh. No bags, no boards. And right off the bat, I see some Image. Now, I like Image comics, but I really like that first age of Image comics. So let's just pull these out and see. Oh, it looks like a whole lot of... Okay, so I'm just going to stop right here and not put everybody through the long pain of that unboxing because, spoiler alert, it was nothing but garbage. Both boxes were full of indie titles from all different kind of publishers. There were no continuous runs, so it's not even like you could read through something and grab a new title. It was all over the place. And you could even tell in the video that I'm not going to show, like, the tone of my voice went from like excited and optimistic all the way down to kind of like depressed and bummed by the end of those 2 boxes. So no good with the second Charles mystery box. On the upside, they actually allowed me to return the boxes. I called them, I explained my situation. They said, yeah, bring them back and return them, we'll give you a refund. When I did, I got to talk to the manager. I was sort of say, hey, I bought these mystery boxes yesterday, and the lady was like, hey, I wasn't happy with it. And the manager was like, it was full of indie titles. I'm like, yes, it was full of indie titles. And I explained that someone had said that, you know, it could be anything in there. It wasn't just garbage. And she's like, no, I need to retrain my staff on what's actually in those boxes and what to tell customers. So at least I got to take it back. I did go to a local comic shop after that and rummaged through their dollar bin and had a good time. And I grabbed a couple copies of the second appearance of Lobo, which was kind of neat pickup for $1. Hang on to that. Lobo is a pretty fun character. But all in all, the big take home here, I think, is a lesson that was probably pretty obvious. Don't just be going and buying mystery boxes for nothing, expecting to get something great in that mystery box, right? It's probably most likely the stuff that they couldn't sell otherwise. And I listened to a guy who said that wasn't the case at the store, and unfortunately, that was wrong. It was absolutely the case. It was clearance level garbage books. So no more mystery boxes. Very different than something like an Ollie's pack that you can at least see what's on the front. You know what the publishers are going to be. You're not going to usually pull anything amazing, although I have pulled some great ones out of their Marvel packs. But those are good. They're lower investment. But dropping $25 on a mystery box full of who knows what, not smart. So I will not be doing that again. I also, kind of didn't learn my lesson from the last video that I put up of I need to get this hobby under control. And then I had that temptation to buy a pile of boxes and maybe get some treasure, and it was a total bust. So lesson learned there. So instead, I want to take some time to actually show off something really cool. So going into Christmas, I kind of commissioned my 14-year-old to make something for me. She's been into all kind of stuff. She does a lot of like 3D media, and she actually won a blue ribbon this year at the North Carolina State Fair for some earrings that she made out of modeling clay, and they were actually dogwood flowers, which is really cool. She did a great job. So she's kind of been into different types of 3D arts, and I had asked her to make me a string art based on the Patrick Gleason Spider-Man webhead covers. And check this out. She crushed it. Look at that. So you can see in here she put in she put in the nails, painted the nails, went all around it, traced the pattern, set it so you can see this really well, and just nailed it. So that was one of my Christmas presents this year. I was super happy with that and super proud of her for doing it. Not to brag on just one kid, my other child was awesome. She got me the Ninja Turtles Cowabunga collection, and we played through all of Turtles in Time in one sitting, which was a really cool experience to go through, living through my childhood with my child. That was fun. But this is just a really cool piece. I'll set it up one more time. Look at that. Proud of her. That was awesome. I've had it kind of awkwardly in my desk for the last few weeks because I haven't figured out the best way to set it up. But anyway, there we go. Fun little unboxing of some things. Massive disappointment on the Second & Charles boxes, but to put a happy spin on the end of this video, very cool present from my daughter. I'm very happy. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday season, and I hope you get out and enjoy doing whatever your hobby is and making some new friends in the process. So thanks for watching. Bye, everybody.